going to show you guys how I like to rig my big blue label herring for down here. I like big chunky blue label herring, and down here it's a barbless hook fishery, so I got a 3-hook setup. I like to run 3 hooks down here. It helps me to keep the fish on. This one's a 6-aught, the middle one's a 5-aught, and the back one's a 4-aught. Sometimes I'll do a 3-aught just depending on what kind of if I want a faster roll, but this is how I rig this guy. Really neat way to do it. I go halfway down the body with the bottom hook. I run it through, and I kind of got to wiggle it to get it through without tearing. We pull that through, then I take the second hook, I put it right through the same exact hole, and I cinch it up, kind of down into the flesh a little bit. And then I put the top one like you normally do, one side of the spine, the tall side, and I come out the short side. That's how I rig it. That is a deadly combination right there. Fish get that in their mouth, they're hooked up.
All right, well, here we are once again back in Astoria fishing with our pro staffer, Austin Moser. Austin, tell us a little bit about what we can expect today, besides rain and wind.
Yeah, we're definitely down here on the coast. You know, we got a little wind today and a little bit of rain maybe. You know, this fishery is an awesome fishery. We have a lot of fish. All the fish that come through the Columbia River have to go by us when we're down here fishing this. And we got a 1.5 million coho prediction that's supposed to you know, be really good this year, and we're seeing some really nice coho out here right now, as well as Chinook. Our Chinook forecast is up. It's over the 10-year average, and we're getting some really nice fish. Of course, we're getting some smaller ones mixed in, but I'm seeing some really good upriver bright fish, and that's what we're looking for today, right?
Absolutely, yep. Tell us a little bit about, you got a new boat. You've gone from a tiller to a helm. How you liking it?
Man, I love it. This boat is a lot better for down here, you know, and I'm getting older, so my elbows are kind of worn out from running a tiller handle 300 days a year, and down here is really hard on your body with those flatter bottom boats. So this thing's a dream. It's been great.
How are the rod risers and tackle tenders working out? And the drink holder, you were kind of a driver behind that.
Yeah.
Is that all working out good for you?
Oh yeah, I love it. All my customers really like these things. It keeps everything organized. It cuts down on our tangles when we're running. As this fishery down here, you do a lot of running. You go through fish, you catch a fish. If you don't catch another one, you run back up and you troll back through that pot of fish. So it's really nice, these tackle tenders, and it gets the rod butts out of the boat, so when the boat's rocking and rolling, people aren't bumping into the rods when they're trying to move around. And
I noticed you've gone from a staggered set to all the same length.
Yeah, I did that. I wanted to try it because I seen some other guys that are doing it, and it's working out great. But you know, all of them will work really well. I kind of like it like this. This
just
has been
kind
working.
of personal preference.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, let's get on out of here and go catch some fish.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
He's about got me all. You gotta take it. Go, go, go.
Okay, so a very important part of fishing, and especially here at Buoy 10 where we have warm water conditions, is getting those fish on ice right away and taking care of your catch. So we have the Fish Fighter catch bag here, and it's got a nice slurry. It held ice all day. It's got a lot of insulation in it, and it kept our fish ice cold all day long. They're nice and firm. We went ahead and bled these fish, we rinsed them off, and we put them in the bag. Now we're going to show you guys how we fillet them on our fillet table here from Fish Fighter and our fillet away fish mat. So what I like to do is I take all the fins off, both sides, and then I'm gonna take the head off. Then I'm gonna slice the fillet off, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Here we go. This is a big fish, so these big fish are a lot harder to deal with than the smaller ones. So I like to get that fin off, then I come right here and I take this top dorsal fin off. It makes a nice clean fillet when I get done with it. And I come up here and I'm gonna go right behind this fin and up underneath the collar, and then I get maximum amount of meat off of that head as I can. I'm gonna roll it over, do the same thing on the other side, under the fin, back all the way up under the collar, and then I'm gonna cut the head off. Sometimes it takes 2 hands. There we go, we got rid of the head. I'm gonna go through here right now, take the guts out so it doesn't make a mess of my fillet table. And then I'm gonna cut right down the ribs, fillet all the ribs right off of the backbone. And you get a nice fillet like that. Then I'll come back and I'll take the other side off. Cut that side off. I'll take these ribs and cut them in half so they'll fit in the bucket. I'm going to take this fillet. I'm going to take the ribs off of it. I turned that around one too many times. Here we go. Spin it around. Rid of the ribs. Poke a little hole in that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that before, but that gives you a nice handle so you don't lose your fillet. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other fillet. What a nice fillet that is. What a great fish that was. If you stay nice and high and tight to the ribs like that, you can see the knife right through the ribs. You come off with a nice little thin piece of rib. I'll probably come back on this one and trim a little bit of this dorsal fin off, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. There you go, nice fillet.
Well, we made it back to the dock, so another great day today. 2 really nice Chinook today. One of them was 33 pounds, and the other one was, mine was 28. Joe's was 33.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, camera crews, their job was filming this to try to share it, but our goal was to kind of help people understand what this fishery is like, and some of the takeaways today maybe that you want to share that from the day.
Yeah, I mean, we learned some things today on where the fish were hanging. We had a really small tide, and so the fish, they really didn't flush. They kind of stayed right in the middle, and we were able to keep circling on them, and guys were getting on them, and that was kind of what I learned. And a big blue herring on the bottom works every time.
And lots of line. That fish, we had 350 feet out on the line counter and going.
Oh yeah.
And just going and going. It was a great epic fight. So can't thank you enough for being on Team Fish Fighter. We've been doing this quite a few years now. Today we're out we brought engineers, we're testing more of the product, we got some more ideas, and hope to see you out on the water.